Welcome. One of my favorite books is called Heaven's Net is Wide. Heaven's Net is Wide is the prequel to author Leon Hearn's Tales of the Otori series. The Tales of the Otori are a trilogy of books about a fictional fantasy world that is based roughly on feudal Japanese times. At the time that I bought Heaven's Net is Wide, I did not know anything about the story, nor did I know that I was buying the prequel to the Otori series and the last tale of the Otori written. After reading the book, I was inspired to buy the rest, and now they are one of my favorite book series of all time. Leon Hearn is the pseudonym of Gillian Rubinstein, who is the author of Heaven's Net is Wide. After finding out that Heaven's Net is Wide was not the first book in the series, but was actually the last one written, I was worried that my experience of reading the other ones might be tainted, but luckily I was not disappointed. Heaven's Net is Wide begins in a forest, with a battle between two men who we could describe as ninjas. They were both members of the Tribe, a secret organization of assassins who play a main role in the book. The story then moves to Lord Otori Shizuru, arguably the most important character not only in this book but in every book in the Otori series. He is the inspiration for everything that happens even after his death, and his life is chronicled in Heaven's Net is Wide. Shizuru is the son of Lord Shijamori, who was a great feudal lord in this fictional Japanese land. From about age 12, Shizuru began to learn politics so that one day in the near future he would be able to take over for his father. The Otori controlled the part of the three countries, as they called it, which was the Middle Territory. The east was Tohan land, and to the west was Saishu land. The Tohan are the enemy of the Otori, while the Saishu remain neutral, as they don't like to get involved with war. A main part of the book and the series is that the Otori and the Tohan are constantly going to be at war with each other, and eventually one of them is going to have to defeat the other permanently. Heaven's Net is Wide is chock full of battle scenes and graphic depictions of battles, which they also tend to glorify, which I suppose is kind of a true to the Japanese style, is they see war as a sort of glorious thing. The defining moment in Heaven's Net is Wide is when the Otori army meets the Tohan army at the Battle of Yagahara. And most of the Otori men died because they were betrayed by one of their allies who sided with the Tohan so that they would get rewards afterwards. Shizuru did not die in the battle, though his father did, and instead of killing him, the Tohan agreed to let him live as long as he restrains himself from political life and from war and stuff like that. After the battle, however, Shizuru met Kenji, who is a member of the tribe. He's also known as the Fox because he's so sly and sneaky. But he met him, and they formed a friendship of sorts. And this lasted for many years until Shizuru died, which it comes in one of the later books. At the end of the book, Otori Shizuru is traveling, and he runs into a young boy named Tomasu. And he ends up protecting this boy from the Tohan who were chasing him, trying to kill him, and then ends up adopting him. And this is basically where this book leaves off, and it picks up in the first book in the trilogy, which is called Across the Nightingale Floor. It really is a great book that you could just lose yourself in over and over, and the whole series as well. And if you're into anything Japanese, you might like it. If you're into fantasy worlds, you might like it. And even if you're not into any of that stuff, you might like it, just because it's a well-written, and it's really a great book.